Hello guys. Well, now I know I said I was going to do both Detroit games today in this game reaction and aftermath, I guess. The reason why it's titled only Detroit Pistons reaction is I'm not going to do any in-depth talk about the Lions. All I'm going to say about the Lions game is that was an embarrassment of a game. And it's like we didn't even try. I mean, I know Stafford went down, but still, we should be able to put points up on offense. And with their only points coming off a punt return, yeah, it was just an embarrassment. That game had a 4-letter word written all over it: TANK, tanking like a mad team. Pistons. I don't know where to begin. 2 straight games we couldn't finish. 2 straight games we had a sizable lead in the fourth quarter. This time with about 4 minutes left. So it was very similar in Minnesota. All we needed was a bucket, and we just started forcing it again. I mean, I know this team is young. I know they need to learn. I know that's it's a very new team. They're not used to playing with each other yet, but still. To lose like that in double overtimes. Yeah, it hurts. Losing twice in a row. Although what a game for Blake Griffin and Jeremy Grant. They were the main bright spots. Blake was hitting threes like crazy. Yeah, he cooled off later in the game. But then the Jeremy Grant, I know he should have shot it at the end of regulation, but can't fault him for that. Can't put the game on that. You have to put the game on. We just couldn't finish. We had a chance to win. We had 4 minutes to go. We had a sizable lead, and then we just went cold. But I guess the bright spots is we played well again. Not well enough to win, I guess. We should have finished better, but overall our team looked good again. Svi, he was still struggling from the 3-point line, but it was nice to see him go inside and be physical and make some shots like that. It was nice to see that. Killian Hayes still had a decent game. He still has a lot to learn, though. People shouldn't be bashing him after 2 bad games. He's still a rookie. He's only 19. I feel like I'm gonna be saying a lot of that this season. It's gonna become like a broken record. But yeah, he has a lot to learn. But he's gonna be a star. I think he's shown he has the talent. Josh Jackson was not as hot as he was last Wednesday. Hope Siku's okay. Hope Okafor is okay. Mason Plumlee played a hell of a game. Yes, he fouled out, but he had a tough task guarding Andre Drummond, who is stronger and heavier than he is. But still, we gotta finish better. It's only 2 games. There's 70 more to go. But we should be 2-0 right now. We should. But we're 0-2. Dwayne Casey's gonna say it again. Gotta finish. That's just all there is to it. We gotta finish. Stop forcing it. Take the time. Pick your shots. If you're open, shoot it. If you're not, don't. Unless there's like 2 seconds left on the shot clock, then shoot it. But when there's 14 seconds left on the shot clock, don't force a 3. Don't force it. But Blake Griffin and Jeremy Grant had really good games today. Derrick Rose had some key turnovers at the end. He was trying to cross up Andre and he couldn't. He lost the ball again. I believe it was in overtime, the first one at the end. But we gotta do a better job of finishing. We just do. Because we're doing this against 2 teams that are not powerhouse teams. Like when we face against the Lakers or the Clippers, the Rockets, the Nuggets. I mean, you know, if we can't fit, if we get the position to do that, and with Foreman's to go and we're up by that much, which is highly unlikely, but if we are, and we play like that, you know, we're not going to win. And it shows we can't do that against. If we can't do it against Cleveland, we're not going to do it against the Lakers. So we got to be able to finish better if we want to, you know, have an upset and beat the Lakers or something like that. But I mean, like I said, there's 70 more games to go. And we all know the Pistons aren't making the finals unless like they play out of their minds and become like a Cinderella story, which that would be awesome, but I just do not see it happening. But I do think we can make the playoffs still. And that's all I want. Make the playoffs, have a chance at it. Shows you improved, played a good basketball, but if you play like this, both like we did against Minnesota in the fourth quarter and against Cleveland in the fourth quarter in those 2 overtimes, we won't win a lot of games this year. We gotta finish. I know I said this a lot, but that is the key thing, and we just gotta. I mean, that's the only way we're gonna win games is to finish, unless we're blowing the team out, and just, even if we don't finish well, and they just too far. But we're not gonna be blowing a lot of teams out. We're not. In any case, we're gonna get blown out a lot, I think, if we play like we did in the fourth quarter. But at any rate, Saddiq Bey, I liked him getting minutes today. I know he didn't produce a lot, but man, let the rookies play. I have not seen Isaiah Stewart at all, and I'm upset. Let Isaiah Stewart play. I mean, he was a monster in college. Let him play. I mean, like I said, we're not going anywhere this season, most likely. Let the people get experience. That's the only way you're gonna get better, is to play minutes in a real NBA basketball game. Find out what your strengths are, find out what your weaknesses are, and work on your weaknesses. That's the only way you're gonna do it. You don't do that by looking at film, doing it in practice, and sitting on the bench for a game. And I would have liked to seen Killian Hayes in the overtime. I mean, I love Derrick Rose. I do. I don't get me wrong. I love him. But this was a perfect opportunity in a tight game for a point guard who is supposedly supposed to be our point guard of the future. I would like to see him get minutes. And he got 0. To win cases, got to play him. But yeah. Andre Drummond did what Andre Drummond does. Was a beast on the inside, hard to guard, got some steals, but he was a great defender, like he was in Detroit. And it seems like he's getting better at his free throws too. He had 4 clutch free throws in the fourth quarter. I mean, isn't that right? He leaves Detroit and becomes a really good free throw shooter. But it's just that game came down to finishing. That's like the 10th time I said it in this video, but it's just that's the key. Got to finish better. But I still liked what I saw first 2 games. Yes, I know we should have won. We should be 2-0, but that's the only way you're going to get better, is to learn from your mistakes. Hopefully, you know, we won't keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over again, because then that'll get kind of tedious to watch. But like I said, there's 70 more games to go. A lot can happen. Well, I don't know what to say. Bad day for Detroit sports, especially for the Lions. I mean, Tom Brady he was like 2 for 27, 12 for 27, I mean, 22. I'm tired, you can tell probably. Like, 22 for 27 for like 343 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, that's like an entire game. It just went half. And they benched him, I think. Yeah, they benched him for the entire second half, which I don't doubt. I mean, you're up 34-0 at halftime. You know, they basically just clinched a playoff spot, so they just did. So why risk injuring your quarterback, who's 43 years old? But watch out for the Buccaneers in the playoffs. They may not be the top seeds, but they have a dangerous offense. And it looks like they're clicking on all cylinders. And this is the game, like the commentator said, they needed it. They need to have near perfect game against depleted Lions offense and defense. And they nearly did. So, just saying, just watch out for the Buccaneers. But I do agree with what Gregory Kelser said in this game. I think it was like in the first quarter. He said he wants Svi Mikhailuk to try to get his inside game. And I agree with that. I mean, if he can get his inside game strong, and you know, he's a good shooter. He's gonna get out of this slump. He's not gonna be in that slump forever. He'll start making shots. He's just in a slump right now. Everybody has him. But if he can do what he did today, go on the inside, become a threat there too, as long as a 3-point range, he'll be a dangerous player. So, and he's young, like most of this team is. Blake, Rose, Grant, Plumlee. Who else? I know there's one more older guy. And Wayne Ellington. He hasn't even played at all yet either. That's funny. But except for those 5 people, there's people like 25 or younger. So we got a lot of they have a lot of room to grow. And expect Troy Weaver to make some moves during the season. I wouldn't be surprised if we make some trades. I mean, we just signed this guy named Frank Mason, I think it was, 2-way deal. But like I said, for the upcoming billion time, gotta finish better. That's all you gotta do. Finish better. If you have a chance to win, gotta take it. And I don't want to hear anything saying the refs screwed us over. No. In both of these 2 games, I don't care if there were bad calls. Maybe there were some bad calls. Maybe there were some no calls. That doesn't matter. We just did not finish. We did not make baskets. We just did not play well down the stretch in the last 4 minutes like we're supposed to. And we did not deserve to win this game because of it. So, I don't hear anything about refs screwing us over. We're not the Lions. We've actually won a championship. So there's that. Next game, we got the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta on Monday. Like I said, if you want to win that game, if you have a chance to win within 4 minutes, gotta finish. You know, hopefully Grant can continue his play. Hopefully Blake can play like he did today for the rest of the season. If he does, man, watch out. Killian Hayes will get in a groove, I think. I think he'll find his thing, you know, midway through the season. Josh Jackson, I believe he will keep playing. Svi Mikhailuk will break out of a slump. I know he will. Just it's only a matter of time. I would like him to play Isaiah Stewart some and Sadiq Bey. Hopefully Shaquille Okafor's okay and Sekou Doumbouya is okay. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to win. And like I said, the key to that game is to finish. If you have a chance to win, finish. I'll put a game reaction out after the Atlanta game, and then a game reaction out of after the Golden State game on Tuesday. They're back to back, so I won't do a preview. This is the preview for the Atlanta Hawks game. So yeah, I'll only do one video. That's the game reactions of the Atlanta Hawk game, and then I'll do a little preview of the Golden State game on Monday during the video after the reaction of the Atlanta Hawks game. Like I said, New Year's Day, we play the Celtics, so sometime before that, either the day before or 2 days before, me and my friend Brenton Jennings, who is a Celtics fan, is going to sit down. We're going to do a little video chat as a YouTube video. We're going to talk about my Lions and his Jets, and my Pistons and his Celtics. We're going to talk about, like, you know, what do we expect to see from the Pistons and Celtics this season? You know, what do we think of each team, and then how you know, what our reactions are of the Jets and the Lions season. So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, I expect that to be up before the first Celtics game. So I know we play on back-to-back, not back-to-back nights, but back-to-back games. But that's all I gotta say. I'll say it one more time. Pistons, gotta finish better. If you want to win this league, you gotta finish. Jesus Christ. Alright, hope you guys have a good night.